Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I am trying a new vantage point today where I'm going to have a screen behind me and do my read. Just hold on one second. Okay, so hopefully I'm in the line of this. I just want to do at least one thing on screen because I find so much of the time I have so many table setups and things that I like a little face-to-face time, and I was doing some life coaching things today and it took up most of my day, and I had a really cool request from a new subscriber and they wanted to do a when is my romantic other or my romantic person coming. Okay, so this may look crazy. I may just be one big head, but I don't care. I can't keep trying to realign all these mechanics. And my cat is also back there, so she's probably going to try to murder me. Okay, so here we go. I wonder if I should add some more lighting. Yeah, I'm going to because it's rather dim in here. There we go. We'll add a little light on the scenario. So what I'm going to do is storyboard this and be like, my romantic other coming. So this is a general. And what I'm going to do, because I know you guys like pick a card, I'm going to have you pick the number, your favorite number of 1 through 3. Just really concentrate on those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll show you a card you can have a visual as to sort of figure what you'd like. The first card would be the 8 of Spring. It's a fairy. So that would be number 1. Number 2 is the Chariot. That would be number 2. And number 3 would be the King of Spring. So you can concentrate on those for a second, okay? And I'll put them in the order they are. You have a fairy, just a fairy in the 8 of Spring. The Chariot as number 2, and that is number 3. So I'm going to begin with number 1 and do a storyboard. It's funny, I have a candle right here because I love the smell of it. And I thought, what might happen if I put a card too close to that and I ignite this whole friggin' scene and my 57,000 decks of tarot cards go up? That would not be fun. But anyway, I had the best time all this morning helping a friend out and doing some other stuff and putting a coaching grid together for somebody. But I tell you, when technology doesn't work for you, it can be so frustrating and absolutely mind-boggling. But I've been using all my resources and my new study things to just regather that, regroup, and get inner peace very quickly, and that is just like nothing matters, everything is temporary. So us getting flared up about devices or uploads not working is not that important, you know what I mean? And Saturn is completely direct, so people are getting a little, it's just, I feel like it's war zone time. I went out yesterday and I never witnessed so much chaos. In every store I went in, there was arguments and people asking for managers. And in one case, these 2 women started squabbling about being in the line. And then the man following that was a different store, was mad in a supermarket because the person touched his food. And he was like acting kind of like a germaphobe, but it was so ridiculous. So I was like, please, dude, you gotta calm down. Okay, so when is my significant other or my romantic person coming? 1. I'm going to use 4 cards to get a storyboard for this. Your first one is the Queen of Pentacles. Nice. Second, the Moon. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, if you chose one, holy smokes. The Sun is the last. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, the 3 of Cups, and the Sun. These are all super precipitous and excellent and amazing, because basically your significant other that you're attracting is not only regal and they have their finances together and they understand numbers. They operate in a very smooth, calm, and kind of bit of a glamour exterior too. They are very put together and they like to look nice. They like nice fabrics, nice cars and stuff. It's not to say they're completely materialistic. They just enjoy the finer things in life. And the Moon, which is providing that little bit of smoke and shadows, or smoke and mirrors, whatever, adds a little bit of romantic twist and sort of like blurs all the things that are too sharp in focus. You know what I mean? Sometimes things we could use a little softer focus. So it just calms our nerves. They're a calm person. The moon can be tricky in terms of time because the message I'm sort of getting from this is 2 turns of the moon, and there's a full moon on September 24th. So I feel like the end of October is a very big time for manifesting if you chose this group. And then we have the 3 of Cups, and that's very celebratory, and it's very social, and it's outings, and it's everybody getting together. So I feel like around Halloween time, definitely. And then the sun is shining on this, so it's trying to manifest with bright, happy abundance, and just very precipitous. So yeah, I'm seeing the Halloween time. I feel like people are getting together for parties. They're going to be meeting their neighbors in the streets. They're going to be going places, and everybody's excited about the holidays. And they're not in that Christmas sort of tenseness yet of everybody trying to do too much. So yeah, that is really good. Queen of Pentacles, yes. The Moon, yes. 3 of Cups, that's a beautiful card. Everybody is just coming together very harmoniously, and nobody is being judgmental or squabbly. They're just happy to spend time with one another, which is great. And this always provides, the crowning glory on it of happiness, vitality, strength, virility, and just being a great contributor to the group as a whole. So if you chose that, fantastico. I love that. And I'm going to do you one oracle card too. Nice. Release. Let go of the past to allow in the new. You have to create a void to have something come in. So if you are harboring feelings about an ex or a relationship that did not go your way, you have to let that go and say, hey, I renounce all these silly strings, these ethereal and etheric strings that are attaching them to me. They are free. I am free, and I'm welcoming in my new male or female in my life, so I can start fresh, like a clean slate, and just don't have expectations on it. That helps it much too to come into fruition. You're not like she or he has to look like this, they have to behave like this, this has to be their GPA, this has to be what they earn a year, this has to be this and that. No, none of that. Just let it naturally come in, and that will be much more beneficial. So release all those expectations and any emotional strings you have attached to exes as well. So yeah, that is you if you chose that. So I hope it resonated with you, and if it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. The channel is just growing leaps and bounds. You guys are amazing. I mean, with all your beautiful comments, I mean, some of that was like, it was on Henry Miller level. I mean, just the lovely quote of "you speak my every language" and things like that. I really appreciate it because I've lived in a lot of places with a lot of different types of people and worked with different people, and I see everybody as the same. I see them as people, that need a little bit of help and a boost if they're not quite self-aware. That's it. They're not bad. They're not terrible people if they are gossipy or on a lower vibration. They're just not aware yet. They've been in environments where they haven't been able to grow and learn. And people that seek that, they blossom a little bit faster. So yeah, it's always a judgment-free zone. When I meet anybody, they could be a friggin' utter disaster to other people, and I love them even the more for that, because people go through a lot, and I'm very accepting, except for if people are absolute narcissists and they're cruel, because that's another scale, you know what I mean? And it's not that I dislike them, I just have to be away from them because they're energetically damaging for sure. Especially empathic people should not be around narcissists and people that are cruel by nature. It's very parasitic latch that happens, and you lose a lot of energy and your balance. So I freed myself of that because I was employed with some people like that, and I realized that it was unhealthy, so I left, and now I'm super happy. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is number 2. It's funny, I always think I need glasses for certain things. I'm gonna die laughing if I do this whole thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so funny. So Knight of Pentacles, Karma, and 4 of Wands. So this is very similar to the first one. And I feel like seeing the eclipse and the full moon that is coming on September 24th. Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is much more faster moving than the Page. The Page is a slower pace, bringing the information of the new love, where the Knight is very chivalrous and it's very direct, and it's got more speed and momentum to it, and it also is a more solid foundation, you know what I mean, more almost to your archetypal needs and what you think, and the on that soul level of having the same morality and the same values, things like that. And it's so funny, I just love the wands because the 3 and 4, they're so celebratory. Again, it's festivities taking place, it is people coming together. I feel like, you know, the autumn equinox with very close to Halloween. I feel all these things happening. Halloween, maybe moving a little more into December at a Christmas, around Christmas time when you're shopping. Keep your eyes open and really engage with people. Talk to the salespeople, talk to people around you. If you need help for a gift, if you see somebody cute or you find attractive, be like, hey, I have to get my mother this or my sister that. Could you help me out? People love to be asked for help. People like to be of service way more than you can imagine. I mean, I cannot go into a craft store where I don't become an instant employee if somebody needs help with something, because I know how to make a lot of things out of stuff. So I know all the materials in my craft stores, and I like when I can do that and offer that service, because I don't want people to waste money on materials they don't need and things like that. So people want to be of service. So when you're out shopping for Halloween stuff or Christmas stuff, start conversations. When you're at parties, start conversations. You know, you don't have to be, this is one of the things, don't ever let fear get in the way, because people are so self-involved for the most part, or thinking in their head or on devices, that they're not looking at you under a microscope, you know what I mean? It's definitely more like a freaking like you're in outer space and they're just getting bits and pieces and stuff. So really make eye contact, nice hellos, be warm, be welcoming, really notice them, really see them, because that's important to people. One of their main things is they like to be really noticed and acknowledged that they're there. And also, if you're engaged in a conversation with them and it's a social event, make sure that you make them feel special by being the only person they hear right then. You're not looking over their shoulder to see who else is there. You're not looking for the bigger, better deal. That's very insulting to people. So your undivided attention if you're interested in this person, because you might not realize it, but it's very insulting to be glancing around while you're speaking to somebody. So make them the one you're listening to. I mean, that makes the interaction much better too, because you're having soul to soul, mind to mind connections and conversations, because they're the people that you're giving your focus to, and they love that. So let me get you an oracle card with that too. Yeah, these are really good. I find September, October super magical time. It's amazing. Oh my God. So seek your destiny. Absolutely. This is the time. This is an absolute manifestation time of the year. And I feel like the most everybody does who's involved in green magic or anything like that, is I feel like Halloween is a super high manifestation time, and all the changes of the moons and everything switching around. And I feel like it is the earth magic, everything. I feel like a lot of things are destined in that couple of weeks that surround that, and the magic leading up to Thanksgiving and Christmas, and everybody's very social and they're expectant. So it really is. So seek your destiny by listening, by looking, and some of the clues too that they're coming into your life is numerical sequences, 111, 444, things like that. Like today I did some personal coaching, and I had to make videos that were involved with that, and I literally started it at 11:11 and I finished it at 4:44. It was so bizarre. I was looking at the times when I was sending things, and when I began it didn't have to be on the camera, but right when I began, I remember looking at things, I was like, wow, this is auspicious, 11:11, I'll start that. And then, yeah, so look for sequential numbers, all a little bit of serendipities. It's something else. So that's nice. So seek your destiny. So that was you, if you had that. So if you're going to tune out, don't forget, if this resonated with you, to like and subscribe, and also leave me comments. I'm doing this particular video today due to a wonderful comment from a subscriber. I'm like, that's the least I can do. That's why I'm here. I'm here for you guys' comments and to share information and the fun stuff. And I'm going to shortly have a giveaway. I've had a really full thing, and I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get stuff. So also, if you guys need to book in any private reads, there's the link below, because the spaces are filling up with all my obligations of stuff. But I love doing reads, especially in September, October. I feel like they're supercharged. I just do. I feel like the answers and the I just call them cosmic hits, are very close, and I feel like people can manifest the shit out of stuff this time of year. You know what I mean? The hot air is dissipating, everything's getting clean, crisp, and fresh, and yeah, it's the time of year for it for sure. So let's see what we got going for the third group. Yeah, we chose the King of Spring here. This is you. So the last one was the Chariot. I do feel like I need my glasses. Like, it's so funny. When I was doing all my stuff this morning, I had a medallion on. It's so funny. Did it fall down? Yeah, I had a thing of turquoise in it. Fell down my shirt. I give up. It was like a choker. Yeah. Love this. Death. You're getting rid of all your old habits, and you're dropping all the dead wood away that is no longer serving you. And what happens is, it's a huge time of year. Your subconscious is knowing what's good for you, and it's starting to release it. I feel like you guys are going to start a course of cleansing and getting rid of summer clothes, extra winter clothes stuff. You're creating space. You're getting old stuff out of your thing. You're starting to feel a little like a bit of a hoarder, like you have too many things. Your house might start to feel like a warehouse. Why do we have so much stuff and collect it, really, unless it serves a purpose? We do need batteries and things like that in our devices, but you know what we don't need? We don't need 6 shampoos and 5 conditioners. I personally need 6,000 tarot decks, but that's my thing. I would literally, my walls would be tarot decks. I would line the walls with them, or my yurt, or wherever I'm going to end up living. Seriously though, it's like, yeah, cut the stuff. It's not stuff, it's experiences. Even yesterday, I just had this like wild drive to just go out, and it started pouring rain where I live, and my son is like, let's go out. And Mom, so yeah, we ran out in that, and then we drove because I was wanting to go get some food. And where we had drove by, lightning had just struck. It literally did the weirdest thing to the pavement. It like pushed it up like a little volcano. It was crazy. Yeah, like just, I love storms and lightning and stuff. And then I was like, wow, I didn't realize everything was so close. But I always feel protected. I know I have angels and guides all around me all the time. I've never broken a bone in my entire body. And I've had people, no exaggeration, try to kill me. I mean, it has happened. I was in very close competition with people and dangerous things, and I used to be an equestrian, and we would jump horses, and there was a bunch of entitled people, and they messed with my saddle, and they did this thing to the jump and pulled something off it, so the horse shied. Luckily, it shied right where it did. Otherwise, I could have easily broken my neck approaching this. Things like that, yeah, that are very harmful, but teenagers don't think about it. Yeah, I've walked into things at gunpoint, and things, yeah, have been very dangerous. And a lot of my friends at one point were all going to be police officers, and they had abodes in Poughkeepsie, and that's a very dangerous area. Yeah, so a lot of things were very close calls, but I've never broken a bone. I've never had a major illness or been hospitalized. I'm super lucky, and I feel like most people are in terms of, you can manifest your own good health by not complaining. Go, I feel tired, I feel sick. The more you say that, you're kind of bringing that to you. And it also just, it makes you tired when you say, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. It drags you down at lower vibration. I always say, I feel good, I'm kicking, I'm still moving. You know, stuff like that. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. So you're putting in the hard work to draw this person and manifest them towards you. If you are not in a relationship, you're thinking about it. You're like, what? You know, what would sort of be my ideal type? What would I like? Obviously, I want them to be loving and caring and kind. In fact, on most surveys, that's the number one thing on both sides. People want someone who's kind, and they do, because who wants to be with a heartbeat or a bastard or someone who's always yelling and being crazy, right? We want someone who's patient and kind. People like funny people, creative people. You know, attractive is funny, falls down the list. There's an instant attraction sometimes when people are out and they meet at events and stuff. But yeah, that becomes very, it becomes very little on the arsenal later. And look at that, the Emperor. So that's nice. So this person that you're going in with a clean slate. You've dumped all those bad habits that have destroyed relationships before, whether it was jealousy. I do see some people with some jealousy. I see some Scorpios and some things like that. I see some hot fire signs that are like, no. I see some Aries like losing their shit all over the map. I love Aries. They are so passionate though, but they never really say sorry. They don't like to apologize, and they are temperamental as shit, and they hold a grudge. So, but I'm a Sagittarius. I am crazy off the charts too. I am super passionate, and it's like I want to be around them all the time and this and that. But then I want my freedom, and you better get the hell away from me. It's all kinds of, yeah, things that go on in energy. But you've dumped all that, and you're like, hey, this didn't work in my last thing. I want a fresh new. I'm putting I'm putting what doesn't work to me to death, to bed. It's got to go. Now you're putting in the hard work, and Pentacles, is about abundance. So you're creating that abundance around you, and you're starting to vibrate at a higher frequency, and you know what you want, and you're not going to accept less. You value yourself more. You are starting to put up those boundaries that say, this is enough. I'm not going to accept that anymore because it's silly and it wastes my time. I like that a lot, and that's going to bring your Emperor to you, which if it's on the other side, it's going to be an Empress. So you're calling the best kind of person to you. I feel like this is more springtime, right at the end or the dead of friggin' winter. I feel like you're in an event right before Valentine's Day, and then right before spring, on the cusp of that you're feeling you've seen the romance of the season and Halloween and all those things, and you're not so much skeptical as you're much more discerning. You don't want to share your time with any old person, because think about, you have to have high compatibility to want to share your time, right? You got to share your remote control, you got to share your devices, you got to share your time. And in my case, I've been married 25 years, but I make my living off my voice, and I have to protect my voice because sometimes I'm on camera or I'm doing coaching or things up to 7 and 8 hours a day, nonstop talking, so I have to drink tea and protect it. So sometimes I have to let my husband and my teenagers let them do the talking and just nod and take it easy, because really your vocal cords can only take so much. But when you bring this Emperor and Empress to you, treat them like the person they are, because this is also a reflection of you and your strength and who you are. I see you guys as being, discerning. You have very good taste. You like things that are well made. You like good leather. You like things like that. You definitely do. But I also feel you're very respectful to your parents. That comes in very strong in my head. Like you would do anything for your mother and father, and you never down talk them, and you have utter respect for them. So it's weird. You are trying to make this person compatible with your family life as well. You're like, will he or she fit in and be a good mix for this? And that's where your discernment is going to come in, and you're going to place a heavy set of values on what you want now, because no more Il Garbigio. This is the 8 of Winter. It's like I said, I think this person's coming in the dead of winter. February, it's very cold, or the very beginning of spring where it's still snow. And this is, you have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want sometimes. And this is the whole power of manifestation and the law of attraction. You are basically a beacon and like a sonar. I am smart, I am worthy, I know this, I have information, I am well educated, I know how to speak, I care about people, I'm coming from the 4 corners, which is hail, honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love, and that's it. I don't talk any of the garbage. I'm not talking from a gossipy, jealousy, low vibration place. I'm raising my vibrations, and when you catch yourself down talking yourself, stop immediately. Say that out loud. Say, stop, none of that is true. Call a halt to it and go, I deserve everything, so I'm not going to listen to, I always just call it the altar snot voice, because it's always like, oh man, you'll be tired if you do that, oh man, you'll be this, that, and you just shut it down. You go, what, I'm going to do what I can, where I can, with what I have. How about that? And the universe loves the hell out of that. It really does. Because I tell you what, people are like, does angels just drop gold in your lap and stuff like that? And I'm serious. Things open, these doors open to me that are incredible. I have lots of instances, and it's crazy, and I get offers. I remember once just thinking, I wish somebody would buy me a horse when I was a kid. And my mother's like, oh, Bill Fergalesky wants you to come over. He wants to buy you a horse. This was a friend of hers. She hadn't seen it 18 years. I mean, I have massive powers of manifestation when I really put it to myself. And when the more I think about it, the more heavily I've manifested some crazy things. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I would love a dog. I would love a German Shepherd. I would love this and that. And I was like, and then my friend is like, oh, come on, we got to go to the pound. There's a German Shepherd mix there. I adopted that dog that day. Things like that, when I think back, it's almost spooky, but that's you. I mean, that's you. That we are our thoughts. That's the one thing I take from everything. We are our thoughts. So when we go, oh, you know what? Today I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to start with this step. I'm going to start my thought board that says, by 10 o'clock, I want to have learned one new interesting thing. I go on YouTube. I listen to a Harvard professor. I listen to a guru. I listen to someone who knows their shit about money and time, how to spend time and time management, because that is my one thing where I always think I have much more time than I have. Stuff like that. Learn new things. And as you start to expand, your confidence in yourself will expand, and you will do things you can't believe. or that you ever thought you could do. You know what I mean? I've walked in and chilled out people that are ready to kill everyone else by just not joining in the aggression and saying, hey man, we're sorry this happened. It was a technological difficulty. What can we do to make it better? That's all people want to hear when there's a problem. They don't want to hear, well, you should have done. No. The only thing that's going to squash anything and calm everything down is utter lack of aggression. It doesn't ever need to be there. People were melting pots all over the place last night with Saturn Direct. There were arguments breaking out all around me in 2 stores I went in last night, and it made my son really uncomfortable. And I said, the only thing you can do is you don't engage in that. You try to soothe the person that is being put upon by usually an aggressive customer and stuff. And you can also look at somebody like a non-aggressive that says, really? You're doing this here like this? You're a 50-year-old man and you're screaming at a 16-year-old boy because he doesn't have change for your 100 when you're buying an apple? Like, you can give that look. You don't have to say it or anything like that. And so just about that, escape from any aggression. Just be like, la, 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 la. You know, you don't have to engage. You just step back, especially if you're looking for your special one. Be confident. You see him or her, go up. People love to help other people. You may not think they do, but you say, hey, even if you have a phone, you think this person is your person, you put your phone away and go, I'm sorry, I don't have any device that tells me the time. Could you tell me what time it is? Whatever they pull up, be like, that's a cool watch or a cool phone. You wouldn't believe where conversations can take off from initially. So that's you, and that's fantastic. So yeah, I'm thinking I see snow everywhere, wherever you are. I live in New England, so yeah, you people in the Midwest, Colorado, all those areas, yeah, for sure. So I hope this resonated with you guys. Now, if you have any further questions or you need more information or specifics, you can click to the link below. I have my private reading stuff down there for sure, because spaces are filling up, and this time of year everybody loves it. So I appreciate you guys so much, and thanks again for all the wonderful comments, all your likes. I mean, you guys are really, viewership is like skyrocketing. It's so exciting and it's so nice, and I love to be, I'm here for you guys. That's why I'm doing this, so I can just chat with people and they can trade ideas around. And tomorrow I'm going to be going live on the Warriors of Light. I love that. Or is it Light Workers in the World? I think it's Warriors. I'll pin something up. But yeah, I'll probably be doing that around noon. I feel like the noon energy is really good, and those people are beautiful and they're receptive and they are so good, well balanced. So remember, manifest only what's good and what you want. You know what? Don't cloud don't muddy the waters with what you don't want. It confuses the stream of information. And why the hell would you talk about what you don't want? It just brings it towards you. So get those sweet hot babes that are out there. Be open. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm shy, I'm an introvert. It doesn't take much to go, oh, I like your watch or I like your earrings. People love to just be noticed. That's it. Open up that dialogue, and then even if you're totally deathly shy. My husband is so ridiculously shy. He wouldn't even come talk to me when I first met him, and he wanted to dance. He had to send his friend, my husband's English, his friend from Scotland over that was an extrovert. And I was like, I've always liked introverted people anyway. And I was like, oh yeah, but he is almost in pain when he's around a bunch of women because he didn't know, at least at the time, he's very social now, how to interact with them, and it's adorable. So yeah, just realize, break out of that little fear zone in little tests and little practice things, and you'll do great. So thanks again, you guys. You are truly amazing, and I appreciate everything you're doing with all your beautiful comments and your ideas. Keep posting them, and I will do spreads on them for sure. Okay, peace out.